Back here, I thought we'd take a look at ETH today. We don't do that very often, but it looks like this thing is about ready to break. And the rest, we've had a lot of other breakouts going on today. Now you can see down through here, Ethereum, the trend line down through this way, down through here that was obviously broken. Right through here, right? Then this thing came back down. You could take this trend line and put it right down through here. Okay, right out here, which would, you do have 1-2 touches. Looks like you're gonna have a third touch when this thing has broke at the top side of this smaller wedge. It looks like it's gonna hit this outer wedge out here. Okay, then you're gonna have a bigger size wedge here, correct? Let's turn this same color here so it looks right. Make this a 2, make this a little bit bigger. And you can see the what Ethereum is building up here on the bigger picture. We had Bitcoin break out of its massive wedge. It's making a big move to the upside. One thing I wanted to point out here on ETH, this is on a daily, all right, a daily chart. You do have right through here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, 5 moves there, and then over here. All right, if you're going a little bit smaller of a time frame, let's go on a 4-hour. You should have a corrective structure. Okay, which you do. Let's see here. You got 5 waves down in here. Right through here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. What I want to see over here with Ethereum, you can see you have an inverse head and shoulders also, all right, which is pretty nice to see. Right through here, all right, you have, you could go, shoulder, head, over here, right over here, shoulder. You have a somewhat inverse head and shoulders pattern here, right, which is obviously bullish. And looking for a decent move here out of Ethereum. Now if we put a Fibonacci on here, a 618 and then 702 would be your first target you'd be looking for, right? This thing is right at a 618 now. Okay, so one thing you definitely want to be careful of here is you want to see it break through 2655. You don't want to get caught up in any bigger ABC here. Okay, right through. And what I'll be talking about is right over here, like I said, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, you don't want to get caught in this, which I don't believe that's what it's doing, but A, B, let's see, but bring it down here. I don't believe that's what's going on just because of what Bitcoin's doing right now. I think that was the correction right over down through here, that 5 waves down. So I believe we're clear. Now, what kind of targets would this thing be looking at? Well, first let me show you Bitcoin. All right, first off, let's show you the crypto bubbles. I mean, that's what we got a big breakout today. I think that you're going to see a lot of big runs coming up, guys. You got dominance rolling over. We looked at it in yesterday's video, yesterday's Casper video, and it is rolling over. Look at some of these moves today, right? You got some nice moves going on. I put out a Casper and a Miro trade long in Discord last night, and they are both running nicely. There's a lot of stuff out there breaking. I could show you charts all day, but I'm not going to go over that. But look at Casper. I mean, look at this chart here. When this pulls up, I apologize. I should have had these. This will load up here in a second. While it's loading up, if you could hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate that. And if you want to join up with our Discord and come trade with us, there's a link in the description of the video for a level 3 membership. It's only $15, and that gets you into our Discord. You're gonna see a lot of longs coming up, that's for sure. This was a fake out to the downside here. All right, that's why the bottom of this wedge is right here. There's a lot of breaks going on. Like I said, let me just show you Casper's chart. This thing is gonna make a pretty decent move. It's at 7.9 now. Look at this. All right, get the fib off here. All right, yeah. Got the break of this overhead resistance right here. This is the first target area up here at 10.5 to 11 cents. What you got going on here? If you're not familiar with Elliott waves, the market tends to move in waves of 5 when it does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'll probably be looking at something like that, but Caspa making a nice move. Bitcoin, the big dog, right? We'll have dominance first. Let's show you that. Look at this rollover. Yeah, it respected the top side of this wedge the other day. Came back, retested it right here, bounced off it. Now it's falling right through it. You got the RSI 12-hour rolling over. You got the daily rolling over down here. You got the weekly starting to roll over. That's what we want to see with dominance, right? That's what you want to see. As far as Bitcoin goes, let me show you this wedge. Should have a decent move coming out of this thing. It's a weekly chart. It's going to 12-hour. And look at this break. This is all stuff I put in Discord like hours ago when this thing before it broke. So it's worth your $15. Okay, looking for a move, possibly up to about 118 to 120 out of this Bitcoin here. Like I talked about, them waves of 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not 100% sure where it's going to go, but the measurement, the inside of the wedge. That's how you usually get a target for this stuff. Put it up here. That would put you up around 118. You put a Fibonacci on it. You're pretty close to lining up, right? This has a target of 120. There's a target about 118.3. They don't always hit right on a 1618. So I tell people when I'm giving them price targets. None of this is financial advice, but you'd think it would hit somewhere up in here. All right, so Bitcoin making a nice move, and then ETH. It's at 2,600 now. If you take the measurement of the inside of this wedge, just like we did with Bitcoin, look, you had 2 fake outs. You had one to the upside and one to the downside. People don't see that stuff when they're charting, and they just keep an eye on that stuff. But look at that. The target up around $3,000. And if it breaks that, you're going to get a third touch on this line here. That would make that valid. Then where's Ethereum heading? Possibly put a fib on here. Oh, look at that. That's going to put us close to a 618 now. With this break here, 3,000. You get the break of this bigger wedge, you'd probably be looking up 50, 58. We'll talk about that later when we see a bigger break here. But you got the weekly RSI. Let's take a look at it. Turning back to the upside. See it curving up down here, turning back up. Yeah, you're going to get a nice move here out of Ethereum. The monthly is right at the bottom. That's perfect. It's all setting up, guys, for a big alt season. That's what's coming for sure. No question about it. I'm talking about it for a year now. Waiting. If you haven't been through one, just wait. They get to be a lot of fun. It's lower line here. We got to keep an eye on here. Let's see if Ethereum is broken up through it. Looks like it, huh? Make it a little bit smaller. We got touches now. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely up through there. And the monthly looks great. Now you look at that right down at the bottom. Looks beautiful. Just keep your eye on ETH. Looks like the next move's towards 3. If this follows through and nothing major happens, like a major rollover in Bitcoin or anything like that, watch for Ethereum to make a move towards $3,000. And if you would hit that like and subscribe, check out that level 3 membership, guys. I've got about 175 members in there or something. yeah, come join us. We'd love to have you. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks a lot.